Ripper. I mean, that's gone 70, 80, 90, 100 yards left. We are back. Episode 2. Let's go. I think 3 wood could be too much, you know, gentlemen. I've also haven't had a swing, just got out of the car, been in it for an hour. This could go anywhere. Pure. Ah. Take a par down the first with no warm up. So we're bringing the arm in the give blood position and then turning instead of trying to go like that. We'll see what happens. Ripper. That's course management 101. So just walking down the 6th hole. I'm playing at my first home today, Stowmarket. I'm going to spin the camera around actually because it's looking good now. It's had a bit of rain. Very windy. Nothing really happening today. Just come out for a game just to get a game in. Couple over through 5. But yeah, just nice to be out early before work. Bit too early for me, but needs must. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to see where I'm at before my lesson on Thursday tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy a few shots from Stowmarket. Little wave to the greenkeeper. This place on a day like today, pure, love it. Right, I've just jumped into the hut on the back of the 9th green. For those that are interested, I think I'm about 4 or 5 over, but it is playing tough, it is windy. But following on from the last episode about the stats, 3 par 3s on the front 9. Granted, one of them's 240 yards, but 3 par 3s, 3 bogeys, no greens. So just developed this little bit of an overswing. It crosses the line at the top with my irons, and it's just leading into a bit of a hook, bit of a pull. So we're going to keep going. Might show you a few more shots on the back, but the next time you see me will be with Sam tomorrow morning, and hopefully we can get that sorted out. But I need to hit this straight. Oh, shock, it's gone left. And it's not just like...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Jay, it's not just going left straight, it's like it's turning left.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously shutting that face down and over the top with it. Oh, he's such a...
That club is over there, isn't it?
14th tee. Off that tee shot that you just saw, which I really hated. Actually made a birdie, so it was our second par 5, second of 2 par 5s. Hold nice putt for a birdie, so it just goes to show never give up. But I am not hitting the ball very well today, and I can't wait to get and see Sam tomorrow, so you might see a couple more shots out here today. But Dr. Golf, Sam Forgan, I'm coming to see you tomorrow, and we need to get this sorted. 2 weeks tomorrow, first big event of the year. I mean, that's gone 70, 80, 90, 100 yards left. Pulled it straight off. Sums up my day, that. So look at this, boys and girls. This is our 18th hole, so just finishing up here at Stowmarket today. Par 3 finish. Look at this. I've hit a par 3 green. Pin eye as well. Oh my giddy aunt. Good roll, nice par to finish. Right, just got a couple of seconds before I go in and see Sam. I'm just going to pop my stats up from yesterday's round. and have a quick chat about that. Obviously, I hit the ball terribly off the tee again. Not many fairways, not many greens, but still managed to shoot at 77. But my issue is missing the par 3 greens, as I've discussed in the previous episode. Yesterday was typical of where my game is. Like, I felt like I hit the ball terribly, but still managed to shoot 8 over. So I'm chipping and putting to a half decent score. Yeah, 2 or 3 really good saves out the bunker, well, up and down out the bunkers yesterday, which is pleasing to see. But you know, like, just the par 3s in general, if I'm not, you know, making bogey on the first 3 of them, that 77 becomes a 74, and it's almost like a completely different feeling, completely different conversation that we're having. So we're going to try and get that solved today. So yeah, let's go and see what Sam thinks. So where's my game?
I saw the stats, Ep, to be fair.
You saw?
I saw the stats, Ep.
Oh, did you? You watched it, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's typical, mate. Like yesterday, I played yesterday. It was quite windy, but typical, like, of where I am, in the sense that I'm not hitting enough greens. I can grind my tootie off to a 77 when I'm not playing that great, and there was a few like really rank tee shots yesterday, but only with the irons. So I'm making too many bogeys on the par 3s.
Yeah.
Which, when I hit it like that, you think's amazing. Yeah. The driver, the feel with the driver, I'm now doing this kind of, instead of getting it there and then trying to manufacture the arm to come out. Yeah. You remember we stuck the sticker on? Yeah. I'm almost trying to bring it in like that and then turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's a much better feeling for me. And I'll be honest, like, I played at Thetford on Friday. I was ripping driver. I know it's dry, like, forget distance. I was ripping it in the sense of it was going where I wanted it to go. Yeah. And I think the only fairways I missed were when I hit 3-iron off a tee. Really? But Stow's a different story for whatever reason.
What is it?
Yeah. I mean, that's like typical of what I'm seeing, where obviously I know I'm coming over the line at the top. I hate it when I look at it. Yeah. I just need to work out a way of getting it to stop and not kind of that overswing, because I feel like at the moment I'm now starting to come over the top with it, and if that face is closed, it's like goodbye left, which is where the miss is.
The miss is generally left.
The miss is generally left. Like, if you said to me, stand here and hit a cut with your 7-iron, probably couldn't do it on demand. Yeah. Well, I could, but no, that's just normal.
You said going back into it, you said I couldn't hit fade for a try.
Oh no, like, I'm talking like a big, like that.
So what? So the left miss is what's been the thing. Obviously, like, I suppose obviously with the ground being, I mean, everywhere's firm, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of those where, like, I would say in general, like, iron play, if you are off, you're going to hit a bit of irrigated.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's going to be in a fairly patchy place. It's
Yeah.
going to be tough to get up and down. So I would say in general,
For the average guy, it'll be tough to get up and down.
well,
For me, I'm going to get up and down 3 out of 5 times. But I don't want that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would say, you know, even some of the stuff that I've played in, I think the scoring's been pretty high, just because for that reason. Like, you know, you're going to miss greens at some point.
Yeah.
The lies aren't great, and when you do miss greens, it's not just splodging on the edge. It's like it's going somewhere which is, you know, uncomfortable or not good or not easy to get up and down. So I would say from that perspective, like, you know, greens are a premium, but at the same time, you know, the fact if you feel like you're not scoring, or I would say is going to be a similar thing for
everyone.
Yeah, well, not necessarily everyone, but lower hand.
And also, every time I play golf, doesn't matter where I play, how well I'm hitting it, there's always a double. I can't remember the last time I played a round of golf without a double bogey, regardless of what I'm shooting. The doubles are coming. Yeah. But I'll be honest, like, I'm not. I remember this time last year, I felt like I was in disarray. I was like ready to give it up. But when I look at things, like I actually take a lot of positives, like because I'm scoring better, but I feel like I'm still not playing great.
Do you sort of good shots to target? What does the ball do?
No, the good shots.
What is the flight of the ball?
Normally pretty straight, but obviously it depends on the wind. So like wind howling off the right yesterday on 9, so I'm aiming at the right bunker. But then I'm kind of like trying almost to turn it at the same time, so it's missing like double the distance left.
So you wouldn't say like no. So say no wind, ball's in the middle of the green. What shot?
I'm probably looking with my iron, still looking to see a little right to left.
Yeah. So it's basically, I mean, it's similar. I mean, I would say it's how well you manage this like face to path relationship. So if I showed you, zoom in on the screen. So if I showed you your path, so your path numbers generally are pretty consistent. Mm-hmm. You know, within reason, they're sort of low positives for the most part. The thing which I would say is obviously, is the other number. This face to path relationship is like just basically something that you need to manage, which is where you get the bigger misses.
Yeah. So the bigger misses is obviously I'm just slightly over the top, and the face is a lot more closed down.
So I would say not really. I would say the like I said, the path stays pretty similar. If you manage the face better, you'd hit it pretty straight. Yeah. But I would say the main reason why you struggle with that would be, again, like obviously it's old stuff, but once it goes long across the line, basically it's this frame here really, which again gives you quite a lot to manage for my liking. I think once it gets kind of quite steep and narrow there and through the shoulder, basically you've got some managing to do there to try and get the face square consistently, which is why I think it jumps around. So, obviously we're in the point where we're in playing season at the moment. So, you want the sort of least invasive fields you can, and I would say you're never going to totally negate all this. We're not going to take this swing and make it point like
that way.
Yeah, make it point straight down the line. From now, but what I would say is if we can take it from behind your head to out there, then you've got less to manage, and that number will improve. So I would say a lot of it, I think personally, just comes from what the right arm is doing really at the top, or sort of what the right wrist. I would say the right wrist.
The right wrist is
needs to go back.
Bugs.
The right arm is looking better, as in like that look.
Yeah.
The right wrist needs to go back and extend, so it's this. It's like that look where it goes. I showed you.
Perfect, thank you.
So like it's this look where the right wrist goes back. You see if I extend it, see if I go really low, you see the.
Yeah, it's going.
Or the other way it goes that way.
Yeah.
So feeling like the right wrist goes back allows the club, we feel laid off to you.
Yeah.
Kind of short and laid off. The club will go under.
Yeah.
Naturally from there. So it's like people, I'm trying to think of someone who's like, have you ever seen like Nick Dunlap in the ball?
Yeah.
Quite short and laid off, but he's so shallow because of that.
Yeah.
Whereas like Shane Lowry, he's a bit long across the line.
Yeah.
He pitches it quite steep because of that. So it's the same reason.
Yeah.
Right? So
But he can square the face up a little better than me.
Well, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, but that would be the reason why I think you're just trying to negate a little bit of that.
So we are in agreement, it's the right wrist.
Yeah.
Is I feel like I'm trying now to really turn it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think you're trying to, you've got to like isolate the position. Right?
Yeah.
We feel like we're doing pretty much everything the same.
Yeah.
Turning the right way, left shoulder goes down into the middle, but as you go back, the right wrist just goes back a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
Show me again. Yeah, there you go.
It's touching. The toucher.
The toucher. Same again. Let me film one of those then, just so I can show you. again.
It hurts me forearm.
Forearm?
Yeah.
There you go. That might feel like your left shoulder is travelling a little bit more down.
Yeah.
I'll show you what the club does. The club that feels short across.
It feels horrible, I'm not going to lie. But it will, because it should be such a difference between...
That's way better.
Do you know what, the weird thing for me though is now it feels like what I'm going to be worried about, and I'll need to hit some balls, is just naturally to me, that feels like the face is wide open.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I think it's just because of the way that I'm used to kind of fixing the face.
Yeah.
The way that I do it. So now it feels like it's wide open.
Try and rehearse it. So when you try and rehearse it, I think you're desperate to go like back and this way.
Yeah.
I want you to feel it from the left shoulder being like down.
Yeah.
Like the left shoulder looking, not necessarily out. Yeah, there you go. But I think as you move that left shoulder down, you can stretch that.
Yeah.
Feel it there. I think when you go like this and feel it really flat, I just don't.
No.
You're actually feeling it with any tension. You're actually feeling it of how you do it in a shot anyway.
Yeah. I felt like I was miles away from the face.
It looks pretty straight there, right?
Yeah.
Again.
I think it feels like it's pulling here and it hurts a bit here, because what I'm doing is I'm getting there and I'm holding it there. Yeah. So it's almost like I'm stretching it. Oh, I want that to have looked good on there, because it felt good.
Yeah, it's like I said, like, you know, yeah, there you go. So you rehearsed it back on, right? So part of it is just getting.
No, I overswung that one. I felt it.
Maybe one more rehearsal from here so I can see. Yeah, there you go. That's it.
It might.
Just try and get, like, try to show me again. Yeah, there you go. Same again, just get that right.
You got some balls standing there. Thing is, I overswing it so far, I might hit you on the way back.
Well.
Ain't it mad that we're in here talking about shortening my swing?
I know, we've come a long way, we've come a long way. It's one of those, isn't it, like when you set out sort of length in somebody's swing, obviously, it's, you know, because you lengthen it, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to suddenly look
Yeah, no.
else. It's going to be a bit short on the way.
What I would say is, on the way through, I feel like it's coming round more,
Right.
rather than, you know, we had that bit where it was kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I can swing round a bit more, a bit better, which I suppose is natural. Rank strike.
Pretty straight though, right?
Yeah.
Miss.
I mean, I don't expect to hit every green all the time, but 30% isn't good enough.
Yeah, that needs
It's all right.
I think if you feel, you sound like you're going to hit one for me. I think if you feel like that left shoulder turns down to me here, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I think that makes it easier.
Yeah.
I think when the shoulder goes super rounded and up here,
Yeah.
you get a bit makes it too easy
Yeah.
if you get over rotated and then the club go that way.
Yeah, no, I agree with
So
that.
that's like a shortener, but also help you. That felt awful, right? But it's only 20 feet left with a 7-iron from 170. Like, that's not gonna, you know, it's gonna be good.
I'll take that all day. Go on.
You see that through there? Mm. So these are the exaggerated swings that were with me over you. Look, you see like that there. That there's pretty good. But if I zoom in on that right wrist, look, you can then start to see the angle in there, as opposed to the start. We obviously had pretty much none of that, which is why the club wanted to go that way.
Yeah. So that's better?
That's made way better.
Yeah.
So if I show you. So this one here.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. So you see that a lot of that is in that right wrist. It's pretty. It's difficult because it kind of goes a little bit. You know, you can't really see all of the wrist, but you can see that there's no real angle in that right wrist for me.
Yeah.
Which is why the club goes across the line. Yeah.
Yeah, the stats aren't like I'm hitting more fairways with this driver.
Yeah.
And I feel like because it's straighter, so I've literally been almost like that.
Well, is it like almost an appreciable return?
Yeah. That's a terrible strike. I think I'm right in between the tee heights here. I think the orange is too small.
Yeah, the grey's pretty high.
That's what I'm seeing.
So you feel like a little fat, yeah, like that.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't see where that went, but
I just left the red flag and just kind of peeled onto it, really.
yeah.
That's pretty straight. And it's one of those where
I'm not trying
look at
to.
it like, you know, it's over the top in relation to the target, right?
Yeah.
So you're aiming left because we've got like 20 yards. You know, we've got a 15-mile-an-hour wind out the left anyway.
Yes.
You're aiming for a fade, so it's basically that path is in relation to a dead straight towards target.
Yeah. Okay.
So realistically, to your alignment, you're probably not going to be swinging as far left.
No.
That's pretty good. I mean, if you get to the point, if you're long across the line up here and you just turn, like,
Yeah.
the club's going to be so. Whereas I think you know you basically have to work to get the club down.
Yeah.
Where you can then
Yeah.
So like, you know, if you get, that's why getting the club in a better spot will give you that freedom.
Yeah.
And that probably will be like a telltale sign that you have got it in a better spot, because it will feel like, ooh, yeah, just kind of.
Yeah. What was also happening is if I was getting there and forgetting to go like that, the arms would just go bang. And then it's like, guess what happens? Squirty low left.
Path numbers just moved across a bit. I could just almost tell on your. So a lot of it's kind of set up based, really,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So actually, for the first time ever, like, mate, I'm still going to have bad days where I don't hit driver great. But they're the days where I want to have to battle to a 77, and that not be like, and that be the worst it's going to be.
Yeah. I like you hitting off a higher tee, by the way. Even just in practice, even if your practice is like higher, you can't hit like 4 or 5 down on that.
Yeah.
Which again, is another opener of the face.
Yeah. So lesson finished, and the tee sheet was empty. So I thought I'd jump out and play a couple of holes. I'm going to spin the camera around so you can check this place out today. Very windy, but looks impeccable. One of the beauties of links golf is when you miss the bunker, you get a nice little uphill, bare lie, front pin. Let's have a look. 125, 125, wind helping, it's going to pop up and it's going to roll out. So I'm just going to poke a little gab wedge about 90 yards. and see what happens. It's just like a little chippy one, I think. Oh, we like it. We like it a lot. So it turns into quite a nice shot actually. What we got? 6, maybe 7, 8 feet for birdie. Hey, easy hole. But this is what the lesson's been about, right? Par 3 tee shots. So it's actually playing about 157, but downwind. So I've got a 9. Let's see what happens. Just a little one. Yeah, and welcome to my world. Solid golf, get to a par 3 and fat the hell out of it. Let's try again. And here we have the issue. So the first one, just awfully fat. In fact, I better get some divot repair on that. And the second one has flown the green. More work required. Still 1 under through 8. Right, wind into off the right here, so kind of hit this as hard as I want up the right hand side. Bombed. So I'm finished at Felixstowe. I actually played 11 holes, but I'm not going to lie, I got a little bit tired. I've hit loads of balls today, but positive sign. You know, like I've got to go and hit a load of balls. Not sure if I'm going to get a chance to before the weekend, but ironically, I'm probably hitting my driver the best I've ever hit it. A few of them ones on the out there this afternoon have been really good. But look, in 11 holes, 3 birdies, 3 bogeys, the rest pars. So it's pretty solid golf, to be honest, over that stretch. Couple of lip outs for birdie as well. So in general, pretty pleasing, pretty happy, good day. And I'll catch up with you guys very soon.